Being a local business in Chicago, we've always worked with community banks, but over time, those smaller banks started getting acquired by larger national footprint banks. It became time to work with Wintrust to meet our needs without having to have that big bank feel.
Wintrust understood what they wanted to accomplish, and they've increased in size 5 times over.
As we continue to grow, we're going to keep needing to borrow, so I'm sure they're going to love that.
Serving their needs. It's really the foundation of what Wintrust Commercial Banking is all about.
Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is 9:03 a.m. You are listening to and watching Good Morning, Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. As mentioned on Monday, what we're going to do is take a little bit of a different tack with the show and embed the weather into the show, opening up at different times. Now, yesterday, you will note that the weather came before the interview. That was a good way to do it. Plus, we were talking about disaster relief. So today, we embedded it in the show. You can let us know what you guys think. If you guys like the weather up top at the beginning of the show, we will take that into consideration. But I hope that you guys are doing good today on Thursday. It's Halloween. Some of you guys have had your costumes on all year. That's a little joke. Anyway, let's talk about the weather that we can expect today and indeed for the rest of the week here. So we have a projected daytime high of 68 degrees today with a daytime low of 63. Now, right now outside, it feels about 50-ish. I wore a jacket because it was a little bit rainy this morning. I encourage you to wear some long sleeves or perhaps a light jacket as well. Cloudy conditions today, as you guys can tell here in downtown Aurora. Now, those cloudy conditions and very windy rain ending by noon conditions will take us into tonight. Take a look at that. Windy and chilly conditions for tonight for Halloween Eve. Halloween night, actually. 41 degrees for the nighttime high, 33 degrees for the nighttime low. As we move on to tomorrow, the day that you all are waiting for, Friday. 57 degrees for the daytime high, 53 degrees for the daytime low, and it looks like it'll be a sunny day tomorrow. We will we'll see, follow up with that and let you guys know about it. Tomorrow night, take a look, 44 degrees for the nighttime high, 33 degrees for the nighttime low. Cloudiness tomorrow night, that's what we can expect. Now, the cloudiness does transition and indeed get a little bit stronger. On Saturday, take a look, 64 degrees for the daytime high, 60 degrees for the daytime low. Now, there is going to be sunshine mixed in with that cloudiness. We'll see what type of day that gives us. If you guys have plans on Saturday, you may want to pack an umbrella or bring something just in case because doop-a-doop-a-doop-doop-doop. Oh, look at Saturday night, 49 degrees for the nighttime high, 43 degrees for the nighttime low, and we've got mad rain on Saturday night, mad rain. Now it says that the rain is going to be after midnight. Not sure how true that is, and we'll see if you're up at midnight and it starts raining just then. Let me know via the DMs. But on Sunday, we have no sunshine predicted and a nice cloudy, rain-filled day. Daytime high of 68 degrees on Sunday with a daytime low of 62 degrees. I personally like rain a whole lot, so I hope that we get cats, dogs, and even frogs. Take a look at Sunday night. Moving ahead, 59 degrees for the nighttime high Sunday night, 53 degrees for the nighttime low on Sunday night. The rain up top does continue and persist for Sunday night. Not only does it persist for Sunday night, it continues into next week. Take a look at that, 68 degrees for the daytime high. Monday of next week, 62 degrees for the daytime low. Monday of next week, not a lick of sun predicted at the moment. Now, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but it looks like after the brief amount of sunshine on Saturday, we won't see the sun again until Tuesday, which they didn't even give us. But let's talk about Monday night. Monday night, you're looking at a nighttime high of 59 degrees with a nighttime low of 53 degrees. And again, the rain that is with us in the daytime does persist into the evening time on Monday. Let's recap. Today, once again, very windy conditions going on out there. 68 degrees for the daytime high, 63 degrees for the daytime low. It is Halloween. Happy Halloween and a safe, prosperous Halloween to everyone out there trick-or-treating. We do got some Halloween news to talk about today, too. Tomorrow, 57 degrees for the daytime high, 53 degrees for the daytime low. You see the sun that's out there doing its thing. Very wispy cloud cover. It looks like it'll be a nice, bright, sunny day tomorrow. Daniel Calderon, good morning to you. Saturday, 64 degrees for the daytime high, 60 degrees for the daytime low. Cloudy conditions on Saturday, and don't forget that an extended period of rain, rather, begins on Saturday night. 49 degrees for the nighttime high on Saturday night. Moving ahead to Sunday, can you dig it? 68 degrees for the daytime high, 62 degrees for the daytime low. Nice rainy day on Sunday into Sunday night. Moving ahead to Monday, the rain continues and it does persist with a daytime high of 68 degrees, a daytime low of 62 degrees on Monday. And once again, the rain up top follows into the evening. 59 degrees for the nighttime high on Monday of next week, 53 degrees for the nighttime low on Monday. We'll get there. We'll get there. Anyway, that is the weather report here on Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. Once again, the weather always comes from the National Weather Service of Chicago, delivered to you here locally on Good Morning Aurora. We got a lot to talk about. Let's begin. You guys ever made omelets before? You know, sometimes you're making an omelet, you got the egg in the skillet and it's cooking, it's getting all hot, and you're like, damn, the egg's getting mad done. I haven't even added the chopped, I don't know what you like in your omelet. I like onions in mine. I haven't added the chopped onions yet. We're making omelets in here today, ladies and gentlemen. On the way up in the elevator, I want to show you guys something here. On the way up, I got, these three. I got this stack of news on the way up in the elevator this morning. And it was really cool to get it because it's a whole bunch of stuff. I got 2 press releases here. I got a couple other things that are going on. And I'm going to share these with you guys. And that's going to be our story today. And then we'll move into the content that we have to show you guys about. But tomorrow is going to be a special day. As you guys know, tomorrow is First Friday here in downtown Aurora. And also, there's going to be a community celebration of Dia de los Muertos tomorrow as well. So that's what's going to be going on. Now, I'm going to read briefly from this press release, let you guys know what we can collectively expect. That's off. Yep. All right. So Aurora Downtown is thrilled to invite the community to a special De los Muertos celebration tomorrow as part of the popular First Friday event series. Join downtown for a festive evening that embraces the spirit of Dia de los Muertos through cultural activities, traditional food, live music, and vibrant performances, including iconic live Katrinas and beautifully decorated windows, all located in the heart of downtown Aurora. So, now it says that festivities are going to be held from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. across multiple downtown venues, including Lot E, which is like right out there, Broadway and LaSalle, Water Street Mall, Mundy Park, and the Skinny Park. Over 30 downtown businesses will also feature unique First Fridays offerings with special deals and discounts available throughout the evening. This event promises to be a memorable and fun-filled experience for the whole family, showcasing Aurora's rich cultural heritage and vibrant community spirit. So, once again, tomorrow is going to be Dia de los Muertos in the city and also First Friday. Good Morning Aurora will be at Bloomhaven tomorrow for the next episode of Breakfast at Bloomhaven. And tomorrow we're going to be with our dear friend, the executive director of VNA Healthcare, Mr. Sonny Derrama. And we'll be there live at 9 a.m. So get ready to see something great. Good morning to you, Juan Cayetano. Good to see you, dear friend. Stacy Cardona is here as well, the host of the Girl Before Mom podcast. Josue Pais, Danny Yaquez, and Tracy Duran. Good morning to all of you guys. So once again, get out there, have some fun, and enjoy your time here in downtown Aurora. The time is 9:11 a.m. The next thing that I want to tell you guys about, these press releases I'm also going to share on our Facebook page, is that our friends of the Illinois Juvenile Justice Commission have a youth advisory board. For far too long, decisions concerning youth and juvenile justice has been made for youth without youth. It's time for a paradigm shift by creating space and empowering youth to be at the table. The Illinois Juvenile Justice Commission, friends of ours, have partnered with Adler University's Institute on Public Safety and Social Justice and the RJ Hub's Youth Leadership Circle to create the Youth Advisory Board. Now, I will share this interesting press release with you guys on our Facebook page and our LinkedIn with the appropriate link so that you guys can join or share for any youth age 18 to 24 in the entire state of Illinois. Providing young people throughout Illinois with a space to learn, lead, vocalize, and elicit change in their communities and the broader juvenile justice system. Youth will be engaged in bi-monthly community learning sessions with topics that include restorative justice, juvenile justice, civil engagement and public policy, systems change, social justice, and community organizing. And this is great stuff. You will also receive a stipend for participation. Time is 9:12 a.m. Jen Ingram says, frame, freeze, and pauses. Jen, thank you very much for that. We'll see if the boys in the booth can square that away. Thank you very much for that, Jen. You know, when you're doing a whole bunch of stuff, sometimes it freezes and glitches up. We hope that it clears up really soon. Okay, so I do have something to tell you guys about. I saw, and you guys saw the interview that we did with Porfirio Roman. Porfirio Roman is a person that we met at the Kane County jail when the Wabanzi SBDC opened up their new small business development center inside of the Kane County jail. It's the first in the state. Now, shortly after that, we had the opportunity to attend the Juvenile Justice Seminar hosted by AU and Kane County State's Attorney Jamie Mosser. Now, that was also a very enlightening, helpful, and quite frankly, fun initiative to be a part of. The mayor came and spoke, and he did an excellent job in his presentation. There was also presentations by a couple relevant law enforcement agencies, including special prosecutors and some of the judges of Kane County too. But Jamie Mosser, the state's attorney, really gave a great opening and introduction to Porfirio Roman. He is a chef. He is the owner and operator of Elite Eats. That's his own personal business. And what we're going to do is we're going to continue to work with Chef P more and more in the future. And you guys are going to see so many great things in person and here online with Chef P. Right now, I want to show you guys a little piece of footage that we had from the day that we were at the Juvenile Justice event. State's Attorney Jamie Mosser really gave a great opening and intro to Chef P. Right now, we'll show you that footage.
Up about really how the system has affected people. I want to introduce you to Chef Porfirio, who's standing here to my right, who has provided all of this delicious food for you today. What I really want to talk about is how I met Chef Porfirio and why he is here today. So the first time I met him is when he was a resident in the Kane County Jail. And he was there on 3 different felony cases, all that dealt with the delivery of drugs. And I was alerted to Chef P because of Sheriff Ron Hain and Nate Lanthram, who is the owner of Lighthouse Recovery in St. Charles. Within our jail, we do something differently than most other jails do. We actually provide treatment. And that treatment is not just substance use treatment. It's treatment that really helps get to the root of the cause of the criminal justice behavior. And that includes trauma therapy, moral recognition therapy, job placement help, getting your CDL, getting your GED, anything, because what we know is that an inmate today is what tomorrow? Your neighbor. Thank you, Curtis. And so this is what we need to do to better our system, is to make sure that while we do have somebody incarcerated, we're actually helping them so that when they get out of jail or prison, they can become a productive member of society. Now, the reason why the chef was introduced to me, and keep in mind I'm the state's attorney going down to the jail to talk to an inmate, this does not happen in most jurisdictions, is because of the work that he did to better himself. So much so that he came to the attention of the sheriff and Nate Lanthram. Because all that he wanted to do was improve upon himself, understanding that the next step in life was for him to go to prison. Because those were the charges that he was facing at that time. And all that he knew he wanted to do was to be a better person, or to learn from the mistake that he made, to be there for his family, and one of his sons is in the back right now, and to be a productive member. When I met him, I cannot tell you how blown away I was at what he said to me, what he knew he did, how he got into the position that he was in, because he didn't choose to do it, but he was struggling with addiction issues. And what we decided to do in the criminal justice system was to give him a chance, because he had earned so much and done so much in the jail that I was willing to put my name next to his. So we released him on a signature, and this is when we had cash bail back in Illinois. And then he could do whatever he wanted while he was out. So he could succeed or he could fail with our assistance. And all that he did was continue to succeed over and over again. He continued his treatment. He continued to work in our community. He created his own business, Elite Eats. The cards are over there. Please, please grab those and consider. He has catered so much, and obviously it's delicious. But all that he's ever done is continue to be the person that we all know he was. And I am very proud to call Chef P one of my friends. So I wanted to just give you a big round of applause if you want to say something to everybody. But this is an example of what you can accomplish if our criminal justice system actually works to help people in our system. And so, again, thank you for proving that it was the right decision to make, because all of that work on the other end was him, not the rest of us. So thank you.
Thank you. I want to say something really quick. So that was my first time in jail. So unfortunately, there was going to be a case that going to be in my background. A couple months ago in January, I go back in court when I'm done with my probation. Thanks to Jamie and Sheriff Roncaine, they vacated my case and I clean my background again. Thank you.
Next, we're going to have, we have 3 individuals who, as children, were sentenced to spend the rest of their lives in prison, and due to a Supreme.
All right, and that's also my dear friend, personal friend, Loviana Fields of the Kane County Sheriff's Office. Actually, she works for the sheriff. So for the full interview with Chef P, you can go to our YouTube channel and check that out. But stay tuned, because we've got a whole lot more coming with Chef P. He's a great man, great individual, and we stand behind the brother. So right now, we're going to get into the regular news portion of the show. Yesterday, we talked to Timothy Watkins from the United States Small Business Administration about disaster relief resources here, not just in Aurora, but also in our surrounding counties. So I'm going to reiterate and give you guys a little bit more of the information from the AEMA. Also, we've got what's going on with the glitching and everything is a Facebook issue. So once again, when you replay the video, it'll be nice and clear for you guys. So the time is 9:20. All right. On the screen right now, we have the press release from Aurora's own AEMA, the Aurora Emergency Management Agency. Following recent disasters like Hurricane Helene, Hurricane Milton, and Wyoming wildfires, the AEMA urges the public to reconsider sending physical donations. While well-intended, physical items often create logistical issues, including overstocked warehouses and the inability to store or distribute items efficiently. Many disaster areas are overwhelmed with donations they can't handle. Items that aren't immediately needed may end up in landfills, adding to the problem rather than solving it. How you can most helpfully and efficiently help? The AEMA recommends monetary donations as the most practical way to support relief efforts. Quote, cash donations enable organizations to respond to survivors' needs as they evolve, close quote. Also, other ways to make an impact. You can donate blood, host a fundraiser, or volunteer. Volunteering is really good, and there's a great organization that does a lot of great volunteer work, and that's AmeriCorps. You should become an AmeriCorps member. As an AmeriCorps member, maybe, who knows, me and you may get assigned to the same location and do some disaster relief efforts. And you can be FEMA certified just like me. But anyway, That's something for you to consider. The AEMA public release and public information is here. I have it, and I'll also be sharing this on our Facebook and LinkedIn. The time is 9:21. All right. Next on the screen is the Casa Kane County Superhero Luncheon. Please join to learn more about the CASA mission. This is going to be Wednesday, November 6th, and it'll be from 11:15 a.m. to 1 p.m. Now, this is going to be at the Sugar Grove campus of Waubonsie Community College, and that's at 47 Waubonsie Drive in Sugar Grove. 11:15 a.m. to 1 p.m. There is a guest speaker. This is the 12th annual event. The guest speaker's name escapes me, but the last guest speaker they had was a person with lived experience of childhood struggles and adversity. He's also an author. That was very well put together. So, on the bottom left-hand corner of this flyer is the QR code for registration. I encourage you guys to go there, follow Casa Kane County on Facebook, and also on LinkedIn and all the places that you can find it, because they do very good things. Now, the last point I want to say about Casa Kane County is that the executive director, Jim DeChala, is a friend. He was on the show with Sandy. He was a director of volunteers. They need 50 volunteers. Being a guardian ad litem is a very fulfilling position. You are the advocate for the child in the court system. So if you're interested in something to do, if you're looking for a way to give back that's very meaningful, I would consider being a GAL, guardian ad litem volunteer for Casa Kane County. All right. Now the last one, boys, I just got a little text. We're going to skip that one. So let's, we don't need, we don't need that. We don't need that. DJ Spanky D, what's up? Here's the thing about the news. I was just told that we can't really share that last piece of news because it's a little bit, how did they say? Remember rave parties back in the day? Did anybody ever go to any raves? Did y'all do stuff like that? Remember rave parties, you had to know a person to find out where. That's what's going on there. Okay, but here's what I do want to tell you about. Now this was, and I told you I was going to do this. This is a very important piece of news that was just given to me on the way up here. I want to shout this out from our friends of the City of Aurora Human Relations Commission. They have an opening on the Aurora HRC. The mission of the HRC is to promote understanding and preserve recognized rights of residents of the city and those who interact within the community, particularly in the areas of equal employment, housing, and access to public services and facilities. They are looking for a commissioner to join. Here's the objectives of the HRC: to resolve grievances through the application of local, state, and federal law. I'm going to read that again. To resolve grievances through the application of local, state, and federal law. To advise and consult the mayor, city council, and city employees about fostering harmonious community relations and preserving recognized rights. And to maintain an accessible and enforceable means of addressing discrimination issues. That is very important because there's a lot of things that happen where people feel this is an issue of discrimination or maybe even indeed racism. To adequately assess what may be discriminatory and what may not be, it takes the team of the HRC, and again, working through the application of local, state, and federal law to determine if those are valid claims. So that's why joining the Human Relations Commission is important. And if you're the kind of person who takes an interest in those issues, you would be remiss not to join. Now, if you're looking to give back to the community, and like I said, we'll post this on the Facebook and the LinkedIn. If you're looking to give back, the registration and sign up QR code is right here on the left side of this flyer. Apply to be a commissioner today. Note, the Human Relations Commission, the HRC, meets on the second Thursday of every month at 5:30 p.m. in the City Hall Council Chambers Conference Room, located here in City Hall at 44 East Downer Place. So please join the HRC. If you were looking for and interested in something to do to give back, please join. Now, you'll notice that even though it's Halloween, the message today wasn't really spookiness, right? It was what? Give back, relief, resources, all the things that are going to be very important as we head into 2025. There's a lot of things happening in the city. You guys will have noticed that the construction on the casino It's moving along nicely. The DAC developers and apartment blocks scheduled for the west bank of the Fox River, that's moving along nicely. So indeed, there's a lot of things happening. I want you to pay attention to the Kane County Health Department, Project Safe Aurora, and all the other things that I continuously tell you about, because those organizations that I'm a part of are going to be looking for new members, new blood, and new ideas and perspectives of how we can help even more people than we've currently helped just this year. Now, last thing, 9:26 is the time. Okay, Tracy Duran says, raves. I went to the China Club in Chicago back in the day. Old school clubber here. Oh. Right? Remember the raves? Hanging out all night? I don't know if you guys did any of that kind of activity. Okay, check this out. Here's the last piece of news I'm going to give you guys. Lead Her, the Aurora Regional Chamber of Commerce. We have a fantastic panel discussion coming up on November 8th. It's called Women in Leadership. We have great guest speakers. The keynote speaker is Commander Liz Robinson-Chan of the Aurora Women's Empowerment Foundation. She is also, I think, a recently retired police officer. She and I got to rub shoulders at the Aurora Puerto Rican Cultural Council's lockup fundraiser. That was a lot of fun. Now, the rest of the panel that we have is going to be absolutely fantastic. We have Marcella Raymond of Marcella Raymond Media, Zelma Pierce Chamberlain of Science of Spirituality, Maria Malater, Innovations and Change, LLC, Empowerment and Leadership, Kimberly Montesinos of Crystal Clear Cleaning, my dear friend Minerva Kalatayud of the WBDC, the Women's Business Development Center, and Terry Simmons, another friend of ours, of Strategic Exceptions Business Development Strategies. This is going to be November 8th at Bureau Gravity. The Aurora Regional Chamber of Commerce is happy to share, highlight, and indeed advocate for women in business and all other aspects of life. So the Lead Her series is fantastic. I encourage you guys to please take part in that whenever you see it. We always share Aurora Regional Chamber of Commerce news on Good Morning Aurora, Buenos Dias Aurora, and by extension, Good Night Aurora. So if you see anything regarding the chamber, holler at us. Okay, here's the flyer. You guys will see that on Facebook and LinkedIn as well. All right, time is 9:28. That is it for the news and the show this morning. Here's the thing. Tomorrow is a big day. It's big. It's mad big. In fact, it's huge. Tomorrow is going to be the very beginning of the next great thing that Good Morning Aurora does. Believe me, Daniel Calderon, you know it's real. Just think. In less than 2 months, you guys are going to be like, did you see what they did on Good Morning Aurora? Jen Ingram will be sitting on my front porch and talking about it. So, something to think about. Anyway, that's it for the show this morning, you guys. Erin Escalarta, good morning to you. You are a dear friend of ours. Erin Escalarta is a great community member. She and Fernando Molina are dedicated to not just the Latino community, but the entire community of Aurora through yoga, art, dance, education, and recursos. That's resources in Spanish. And the Aurora Regional Chamber of Commerce is here. They say, good morning, friends, and happy Halloween to all. That's it for the day. We will see you guys tomorrow for the next installment of Breakfast at Bloomhaven, live with VNA Healthcare's very own Sunny Darama at 301 Weston Avenue. Be blessed. Take care of yourself and each other.
Count
Being a local business in Chicago, we've always worked with community banks, but over time, those smaller banks started getting acquired by larger national footprint banks. It became time to work with Wintrust to meet our needs without having to have that big bank feel.
Wintrust understood what they wanted to accomplish, and they've increased in size 5 times over.
As we continue to grow, we're going to keep needing to borrow, so I'm sure they're going to love that.
Serving their needs. It's really the foundation of what Wintrust commercial banking is all about.